Last week on Talk SA, we spoke to some of the country's highly acclaimed beauties and asked if you even knew who the most beautiful women in the country was.
Never ever let my child enter a beauty pageant. No.
I understood that beauty pageants were about finding an ambassador for the community, and I felt I'm the perfect person for that job.
Many thanks to Busisiwe Charity Magwaza. Your honesty is really appreciated on our Facebook page. Today on Talk SA, we turn the light on to a very sad social ill affecting a large number of South African children: cancer. We hear about the interventions that some concerned parents have in place.
Every child is the responsibility of every South African, so we should be getting involved.
We also look at the other side of beating this awful disease.
Being ill is no fun for anyone, and as a parent you try your best to make sure that your child eats healthy, that they're active, and that they go for all their normal regular checkups. But unfortunately, certain diseases attack even the healthiest of people. This is the case with cancer, childhood cancer. Did you know that 1 in every 600 of children under the age of 16 in South Africa are diagnosed with either cancer or a blood disorder? And the sad part about it is it doesn't discriminate. It can happen to any child, boy, girl, rich, poor, and unfortunately, childhood cancer is very underexposed. Today on Talk SA, our mission is to bring to light the suffering that some South African children are going through who have childhood cancer. You may have heard this before, but the best way to fight cancer is to know everything you can about it and to believe that it can be cured.
Cancer. It's just like a disease. Loko kuna makhomela ku hambanahambana ka cancer. Tanihiloko ta hlamuseri loko ku na swidzidziharisi leswi tirhisiwaka ku fana na fole na byala.
Like say once you do smoke, like you get lung cancer.
Like you can get it whether you're a child or you're grown or anything. It doesn't have to do specifically with lifestyle, but it depends on the kind of cancer that you got.
Men can get breast cancer. I don't know how.
I don't know how people get breast cancer. Like maybe we can get cancer, especially as women, breast cancer, and for guys, the type of cancer that they, especially now there's this program, the new program that they're encouraging guys to go and test for cancer.
You feel a lump in your breast and whatever, and that's when you know that you have breast cancer.
It's something that grows in your body, and then you have to, that's the reason why you have to go for checkups regularly, because it gets to a point where it spreads all over the body, and at a certain time you can't do anything about it to cure it or anything.
Mara, you don't have to make it a big deal. You must go find information. Okay, my child is now sick. What must I do? In order to if at all.
Can you be born with cancer? Oh, that's sad, eh?
And in my family, we've got cancer in my family. My mom, my grandfather had cancer, and he's had it for probably for 16 years or something. So in my family, what we do is check because we know we've got a background of cancer.
We don't have much information about the cancer. Most people don't talk about it as like HIV and AIDS. But the cancer, there's less information for people out there.
We just need to know more about that. You never know. You might be having it right now.
So today on Talk SA, our mission is to bring to light the suffering of those young South African children who have childhood cancer. And you might have heard this before, but the only way to fight cancer is to know everything you can about it and to believe that it can be cured. Thank you so much for joining us here on Talk SA, Prof. Now, please explain to us, what exactly is cancer?
Cancer is an uncontrolled growth of cells. Normally, cells in the body grow and have a function, and they respond to messages from various parts of the body. Cancer is when the cell goes out of control and starts multiplying and dividing by itself, which causes a growth somewhere in the body. Or a lump, or in the case of leukemia, it just fills up the bone marrow. And these cells, cancer cells, are useless. They don't have any function, but they're like perfect parasites, and then they take all the the nutrients and everything from the body itself. Okay.
And what kinds predominantly affect children?
The most common type of cancer in children is leukemia, which is a cancer of the blood, but it actually starts in the bone marrow where blood cells are made. Unfortunately, many of the signs and symptoms of childhood cancer mimic other illnesses, and which are not serious. But we've put out a set of warning signs called the St. Silouan warning signs. The S stands for seek, which is to seek medical help as if the signs and symptoms that the child has are persistent, okay, they don't go away. The second one, which is a very important one, is eye. And one of the cancers that occurs quite frequently in South African children is a cancer of the eye called retinoblastoma. And then there are a whole host of other cancers that occur in children. It's unlike adults, okay, where adults get carcinomas. You hear the words CA lung, CA colon, CA stomach, CA breast. Those kind of cancers do not occur in children. We normally, our philosophy in childhood cancer is to cure. So we almost never, okay, I wouldn't say never, okay, we almost never say there is nothing we can do, all right.
After the break on Talk SA, we speak to several parents whose lives have been affected by cancer.
The eye. But it can go really difficult for him. It will really hard for him to get cancer.
The CHOC Foundation was founded in 1979 by a group of concerned parents. There was as much need for awareness and intervention as there is today. CHOC stands for Children's Hematology Oncology Clinics. And what better way to watch your child recover than in the comfort of what is designed to be a home away from home? It seems that experience and compassion are what keeps the flame of hope burning. We're about to chat to Ukuli and Karabo. Karabo is a beautiful little boy who is recovering from cancer, and Kuli is his mom. Sisi, please tell us, what was it like when you first found out ukuthi Karabo unali cancer, and how did you find out?
It was very bad, especially more family. And re findila out at Tomawa. Atsamaya aiwa le speech saga sile different. So Ramotia Ramisha doctor, the first doctor I started to promoting at all. Then the second doctor Rayena I ran the tests. I don't know, this is something that Sanchilo Joek, because we are from Polokwane. Yeah. So we rushed Mo Joburg to Professor Poole. I refer to Professor Poole. Every time I pull, I know gay brain tumor. So this boy needs to go to theater ASAP before the cancer spreads out.
Wanaka utomile actually heki thoma go mmele ga ba le right ha so a gola maybe time ana le bo 8 months le itlhola thoma go change la ba yellowish like, and then la ba alpha quick. So ka thoma go mo sepedisa di doctor ke ba botsisa gore go diragalang ka ngwana wa mathoma a so ka mpotsa nnete ba se sure go diragalang ka ngwana. And then ke ba botsisa gore e ka ba litlhole la banana cause nna ke a bona gore litlhola ngwana a le bone cause ke dula le ena full time.
I was 4 when I was diagnosed, and I think it was really hard on the family because I have a little brother and he also wanted some attention. And it was really hard for them because it's scary to see someone you love in the hospital and not know if how long you're going to see them again.
And ke gopola nako a jwa ko operation a ya per bandage fitla ko ntlong o ngwanyana o bile a balla ntšha dikeledi a botša ngwana o tshwere keng botsebotse ka motlhalosetša gore lefu le le mo tshwereng ke lefu le thata le le gore le nna gone jale a ke se ke be le tsebo ya gona mme le fase gao le tsebeng ka mo ntlong re na le cancer bjale ka mo ntlong e le gore ga re tsebe gore ke genetic goba go diragalang ka yona mara ke rile he ke inyakolla re kry-a gore e tšwa ko lapeng mane ya papa hae e la ha e starta o semotse ka squinting eyes. She was clumsy when she was walking on a tsamaya like hour, tsamaya a few steps hour, ha taboga an hour, and she would, not see properly. Her balance was just out of it, yeah.
So they had to remove the eye. But ka nako e go be go le difficult for rena. E be go le thata gore ke amogele gore e bile o ne le cancer. So I had to accept it. Be ke sa kgone le ka go mo lebelela, be ke lla nako e ntsi le ke mo lebelela. No eye, o sharp.
It's very difficult, okay, to actually, there's no specific sign that says this is cancer or not cancer. But we have put out a set of warning signs called the St. Silouan warning signs. And really there are signs that occur that should be a flag, a red flag, to think about cancer. So if a child has symptoms or signs of something that lasts for more than 2 weeks, persistent, that doesn't get better with whatever they're doing, then they need to go and seek help, okay?
And so, yeah, it was tough. Even after the operation, when they told me about the cancer, all I thought was death. Because it's the brain and it's a very sensitive place. And when she woke up, she couldn't see. She was blind for about 4 days. And all I thought was she going to live to the next day? And one doctor told me, she said, your child will not live for 6 months in Garden City. It was a bit difficult. It was hard, yeah. It was hard, very hard.
He went through the surgery and it was successful. Now he's recovering. Very well.
How uyenze kanjani ukuthi ungaluzi hope? And how did you feel ngaleso sikhathi when they're telling you ukuthi ingane yakho has got a brain tumor? How did you keep going and keep strong? Because then you're thinking ukuthi you need to be strong for yena and forget about yourself,
No, support their family. They're all there. So they're keeping me strong.
You have to stand together. And I think one of the major things that happened to us was CHOC. And that's where obviously our relationship started with CHOC. They've taken us through the whole process. Told you, take it day by day. There's no shortcuts.
CHOC, when I was in Donald Gordon, they told me, where'd you stay? I said, no, I come from Freiburg. I said, okay, so you're going to go to CHOC. I'm like, what is CHOC? I said, no, it's a Childhood Cancer Foundation place where kids with cancer, during treatment, they go there, they stay there. And so I didn't really understand until I came here. And then when I came here in November, it was like leaving hospital, coming home, because they welcomed me with warm arms. And, it was like a big happy family. Everybody was smiling because, when you're from the hospital and you've had your first chemo, it's like everything is like, you're confused. You don't know what to do, what's going to happen next. And then you come to CHOC, you find other parents, they go through the same thing. You share your stories. You become more relaxed.
It's like a home. ya ba gore a o qala treatment ya gae ko Donald Gordon, a private hospital. So I go fitlhela no o right re metse gore ba tle ba mo kenye an artificial eye ko Garden City.
o utlwa ba bolela ka yona gore aowa ko CHOC ba tshwara batho botse dilo tse kaofela kore ke he ba re botsa le ka di-vomiting bags ke maketse gore sepetlela gantsi bjale se thusa kae ka ra di bona ko sepetlela di tletše mara ba re ke donation ya ko CHOC dilo tse dintšhi from go thoma he re fitlha ba re amogela ka di-school bag tša bana ba go fa e na le di-presente ka mogare ba sela tša go tlhapa disepe di tša go tlola go biša gore dilo tše di tswa ka ke donation ya ko CHOC. How at least ba re gomotša godimo ga problem e re na le yona ba re thega ba re supporta ga gagolo.
And you just come to a point where day to day you walk the walk and you finish it off.
After the break on Talk SA, we speak to parents and Miss SA-Teen Celeste, who are doing their part in promoting cancer awareness.
Even look down the road, there are probably creches there that they can help out with. And if everyone lends a helping hand, then there's a difference that is made.
There are lots of organizations, people and volunteers that help the CHOC Foundation. One of these organizations is SOLID. Now SOLID stands for Survivors of Life-Threatening Illness and Diseases. You've heard it before, but seeing is believing. So let's go see how CHOC and SOLID are helped by these people.
Smile.
We are here at the CHOC House with Miss SA-Teen Celeste Khumalo, and this is one of the charities that she works with. Celeste, please tell us, why did you choose to get involved with this foundation in particular?
Well, my mother was a volunteer here, so that's how I got connected. But because I like to work with the youth, and these are children who will also grow up one day. With my aims, I just want to, promote people's talents and help them find their career choices. So with this, it ties all in. With hope also, that's what CHOC does. They keep hope alive. So hope is a seed to a dream, and that's why I'm here today.
And tell us about the balloons that were set out into the sky. What messages are in them?
Inside each of the balloons, it's one of the children's wishes, and with that they just send it up, maybe if they want to become someone or to meet other people. So it just helps them, keep that hope that someone cares. And then also there's details about CHOC and contact details and information about cancer. So if anyone picks up the message, at least the awareness is out there, the information's also out there, and who knows, maybe that person can fulfill that child's dream. I hope that with these balloons that they do actually reach someone and keep more than hope alive.
Oh, well done. Okay, let's release it.
I got diagnosed at the age of 12 in 1995 with ECML, which is chronic myeloid leukemia, and I relapsed cancer yabuya at the age of, I think, 15, 16. It was 1999, and with the grace of uNkulunkulu, kwaba khona umlungu wafika from overseas. Kukhona i-drug ekhona yenziwa for ama-trials, so bangicela ukuthi ngingene kuyo. So everything ihambe kahle njengoba nami ningibona namhlanje, which is I'm a living soul with ngisurvivile kuyo i-cancer. Yeah.
And if you can just give a message to people at home about CHOC and about children living with cancer, what would you say to them?
I think it's a moral responsibility and a necessity to actually get involved, because we're exposed to so much with our technology. So people should search for charities, actually even look down the road, there are probably creches there that they can help out with. And if everyone lends a helping hand, then there's a difference that is made. Because, every child is a responsibility of every South African, so we should be getting involved.
Abantu into kumele ukuthi bayazi ukuthi nje babone ama early warning signs because of maybe ngafunda nje ngama early warning signs bazi ukuthi i-sign mayiso emntwaneni basheshe bamphuthumise esibhedlele or ema clinics because of early diagnosis ikhipha a positive ukuthi umntwana akwazi ukuphila because of ufika sometimes efika ukuthi isikhathi sesilate ngoba abazanga about ama warning signs awe cancer. So sicela umphakathi wonke ukuthi bazi ngama warning signs bebona into about i-cancer bafunde ngayo babuze ngayo nabantwini ukuthi hawu lento le enzwa kanjani mangibona into so ngicontact abani kanjani because of sinayo toll-free number whereby mawubona ukuthi hayi cha ikhona into engayibonisisi ngomntwana bafonele kuleyo number leyo yase-CHOC ukuthi okay 086 number I think, and then ikhona nenye 0800 333 whereby angafona khona find out ukuthi umntwana ngamenze njani mangibona into nje.
And if you can just give a message to people at home about CHOC and about children living with cancer, what would you say to them?
I think it's a moral responsibility and a necessity to actually get involved because we're exposed to so much with our technology. So people should search for charities, actually even look down the road, there are probably creches there that they can help out with. And if everyone lends a helping hand, then there's a difference that is made because, every child is a responsibility of every South African, so we should be getting involved.
Shop, 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 shop.
You can do your part to help promote cancer awareness by simply purchasing a recipe book from CHOC that has great cooking ideas that promote a healthy lifestyle even if you don't have cancer. Or make your way down to your local CHOC house and offer a helping hand. Don't forget to post your comments on our Facebook page or get a hold of us via SMS, keyword TALK to 33120. Next week on Talk SA, we are in Rustenburg, the Platinum Province.
Theo se leng gore maitlhomo a sone ke go thusa dikgwebo tse di potlana mo nageng ya Bafokeng ka dilo tse di amanang le enterprise development.
This day in history, Martin Tembisile Chris Hani was gunned down as he stepped out of his car in the driveway of his box back home. Soon afterwards, Janus Walus, a Polish immigrant, was arrested for the murder.